So hi everyone, my name is Shari Bakliwal and I make beauty, lifestyle and fashion videos. So if you're interested in any of these, you might want to check out my channel. I am going to tell you different steps to remove your dark spots quickly and to fade them like these in decent time, because dark spots are stubborn and they just don't want to go, which is so frustrating. But I have finally found a way to remove them quickly. Within a week of time, your dark spot will fade after you have cured your pimple. So yeah, let's start with curing a pimple first. So the first step that you can do is to leave that alone. Just leave your pimple alone. Don't pop it, don't just ignore it. It's like your friend that always pokes on your face, on your nose, and when you give attention to that friend, you are creating more talks. It's like that, only that if you pop that pimple, if you give attention to that pimple will spread on your face and it will end up with more pimple anyway. So just let it be, ignore that pimple and move on. So yeah, how can you do that? First step is to just don't pop it, ignore it. Second, you can use a pimple patch. Now I have tried Cosrx one and I really loved it. Now recently I have been trying this Urban Yog acne pimples. This works fine. I haven't tried it that much because I am not really having that much pimple, which I'm going to tell you how can you do it later in this video. But for now, these are how this pimple patches work. This was the pimple that I used it on. I have applied a little bit of concealer so that it doesn't really show up on the camera, but it does not look that bad anymore. I applied it last night and it instantly sucked up, and this works fine for that. Now you can use any brand's pimple patches, but make sure you are using one because it just helps you to ignore that pimple. And while you're ignoring that pimple, this is working on it, because you're not really constantly touching your pimple area, your affected area, with your dirty hands, because no matter how many times you wash it, your hands are dirty. That brings me to my third point, which is don't touch your face constantly. Just leave your hands and your face alone. They are not best friends, they are nothing. Just leave them alone. Even when you are washing your face, make sure you're washing your hands first and then go on to your face for your skincare routine or whatever. Now if you're doing your skincare routine, make sure you're building your skincare routine for your skin type specifically, for your skin concerns specifically. So that brings me to my next point, which is to build a skincare routine for yourself. I can do a separate video for each skin type, but in a nutshell, if I talk about my skin, I have dry acne prone skin and it is very sensitive. So I make sure I'm using such products which are not really irritating to my skin, and using only those products that are going to hydrate my skin, nourish my skin, and at the same time exfoliate and work on my acne marks as well. If you want to know a detailed video on my skincare routine for a week, how I do every single step, then let me know in the comment section below and I will do it. But for now, build a skincare routine for yourself. Well, so far if you have been liking my video, then do hit that like button as well, so that it just helps me a lot. And if you found this video helpful in the end, you can subscribe to my channel as well. It just helps me to grow, motivates me to make more such kind of videos. Now if I come to my next point, which is use a salicylic acid based serum if you have oily and acne prone skin. Even if you have dry or normal skin and if you have acne, use salicylic acid serum 2 nights in a week and you will see a big difference on your acne and even on your blackheads. And if you have textured skin, you will see the difference within a month of using a salicylic acid. This is the salicylic acid serum that I use on a constant basis and I have been loving it. I have used it almost half of it, and you don't really need a lot because you're using it 2 nights a week. And if I don't have any active pimple, I don't really use it all over my face. I just use it on my nose and on my chin, and that's it. And don't use it in the morning, or always use it in the night, and make sure you're pairing it up with a good heavy duty moisturizer, because salicylic acid is drying in nature I have a detailed video on BHAs and salicylic acid, so you can check it out here because I don't want to blabber all about in this video, but all I want to say is incorporate a salicylic acid based serum. No matter what serum you want, just incorporate a salicylic based serum in your skincare routine. Now, when you are not using any salicylic acid based serum, you can use any moisturizer you want, and always make sure that your moisturizer is not competitive against your serum, because if they don't really work together, you are going to end up with more pimples. Now, if I say I use a salicylic acid based serum, I am going to use a very non-active based moisturizer like the Nivea cream, or maybe Cetaphil, or Simple, or even Requil's moisturizer. That is my favorite because it has ceramides in it, and your skin definitely needs one on a regular basis. So yeah, these are some of the options that you can go for. You can use these moisturizers when you have active base serum, even if you are using a vitamin C or any kind of serum that has an active. Don't use any active base moisturizer, just to be sure कि तुम्हें कोई और pimples ना हो उसके reaction से. If you are using just hyaluronic acid or no serum at all, you can use any moisturizer you want. And what I like to do is I like to apply these two moisturizers. This has vitamin C and this has glycolic acid. And don't apply everything at once. Just apply. If I'm using this in the morning, I'm going to use this in the evening, and that just balances out the application of product. This just makes sure that you are not overloading your skin with every kind of actives, so your skin knows how to handle what kind of active that you are putting onto your skin. Now, with these steps, you are definitely going to calm down that pimple and make sure that pimple is gone. Now you are left with the acne scars. No matter what, you are going to left with acne scars, but because you didn't really aggressively popped it, or you didn't make it more aggressive, the acne scar will be very less visible and very less aggressive also. So you can, what I like to do when I have a stubborn acne scar after I have treated my pimple is, first I like to apply a face mask every week. No matter what face mask you are using, just use one face mask every week. This will make sure कि तुम्हारी skin unclogged है और तुम्हारी skin से सारी dirt निकल गई है. A good clay mask will do a difference on your skin. You can literally use any face mask. You can use Himalaya, you can use Multani Mitti, you can use any face mask. It does not need to be fancy. You can use anything. What I am currently using is the Derma 2% salicylic acid base face mask, because I was having a lot of pimple recently. As you can see here, I was having a lot of pimples, but when I'm not really focusing on my pimples and I want my skin to look brighter, I like to use this face mask by Just Herbs. This is the vitamin C, Amla and Licorice root brightening face mask. This works amazing as well. This really detoxify your skin and makes your skin squeaky clean. But make sure when you are using a good clay mask, you are using a lot of hyaluronic acid and a very good and heavy duty moisturizer, so that you are not really stripping off your skin barriers. And even if you have oily skin, now you can use any kind of moisturizer that will hydrate your face. It doesn't need to be very emollient, but it could be gel also, but just use a good moisturizer. Which brings me to my 7th tip, which is to use a vitamin C on a regular basis. You can start your vitamin C with once a week, then 2 times a week, then alternative days, and I would suggest just don't use it every day. Alternative day is good enough. Vitamin C has some amazing properties to lighten up the scars and brighten your face, and always use it in the morning time. Couple couple it with a good sunscreen. What vitamin C I really like to use is the Plum Mandarin vitamin C. It has 15% vitamin C. I like to couple it with this sunscreen from Minimalist. It has 50 SPF and it works fine. It does not clog my pores. It is a very lightweight sunscreen and it does not give me any white cast. In fact, it gives me a very dewy finish on my face. Even if I apply good makeup, it looks amazing underneath. Now, a quick tip: if you want your skin to look plump, you want your skin to look very healthy, glowy, dewy, and all the nice words, use hyaluronic acid in the night and apply a good moisturizer, apply a good face oil if you have dry skin, and trust me you guys, you will have the best skin of your life if you are doing just in the night. You can do this every day and it is not going to do any bad for you, just good. And if you have oily skin, just skip the oil and use only hyaluronic acid and moisturizer. Now my last second tip is to drink water. I know, no surprises here, because water is really important for you, and if you're not drinking your water properly, I'm not saying to drink 10 liters of water a day, just 2 or 3 liters do enough. If you don't do such outside work like field work, 2 or 3 liters are enough. I have tried drinking 7 liters of water and it did nothing except for me to go washroom very oftenly. But when I drink 3 or 4 liters a day, it really makes a very good impact on my skin. And the last tip is to not touch your face constantly, and if you can, just leave your hair also back if you can, but just leave your face alone. Don't touch it. Don't really do touching. That I said in the beginning of the video as well, that your hands are your enemies because they carry a lot of germs that you don't want to transfer on your face. So that's it for this video. I hope you found this helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell as well, so that every time I will upload a video you will get notified. With that, it's a wrap. Bye.